Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, the Master of Propaganda, hero strike, defender of the fatherland. Off here to 1 vs 1 on. Crossing those between the north, you got Caesar. Fighting here for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Taking on the role here of the... let's just say... Kampfgruppe In the south here, we got Vonivan fighting here for the Commonwealth, King and Country. Taking on the role here of the 11th Armored Division, tasked with breaking through the Hun lines. We got Osttruppen, Mechanized Assault, and Elite Troops with Infantry, Tank, and Machine Gun Bulletins versus Royal Artillery with Infantry, Machine Gun, and Valentine Tank Bulletins. Vonivan he's definitely got some kind of specific strategy in mind, and he's not afraid to use it, or show it for that matter. With the double section, Vickers start there for Vonivan, he moves west and eastwards, though interesting enough not connecting the car fight. With Caesar there with an MG42 start. Looks like he's going to go for an early sniper here as the Brits that way try and bleed them out early on, and that way delay them a bit. MB4 to there. So looks like he's heading for the eastern points, whereas Vonivan's sort of heading for both of them. And there we go, we got Royal Artillery Regiment here for Vonivan. A rarely utilised doctrine, to be honest. Not a bad one to say, but obviously doesn't quite just offer the sort of straight up power of other doctrines like mobile assault or special weapons. It does require a bit more skill and care in planning to utilise, but if well utilised, it's actually surprisingly potent. It's also one of the few ways the Brits actually have of deploying smoke with the Valentine tank, which has smoke launchers on. We've got wire off here in the centre. MG42 continues eastward. Sniper almost done there. Connecting the point here with the Vickers machine gun. Grabbing points here. Sandbags going down. Barbed wire almost done there. There we go. Point secured here with the section. Vickers setting out for Vonivan. Both players obviously being high ranked. Top 100, if not top 50 actually. Or higher than that. I can't quite remember the specifics at the moment. No doctrine yet as for Mighty Caesar. Gaining points there. Or as it would say in German, Kaiser. Hence, you know, their title of Emperor, Kaiser. Caesar. You know, fun fact in linguistics. Dun dun dun. MG42 standing about here. Sniping about, they're going to run straight into the section. Oh, what bad luck there for Caesar. Or Kaiser. Not entirely sure what to call him though. But I'm going to go with Caesar, assuming he's not German. Punishment against the section up close here. The light carbone. Oh, actually not quite triggering here for the section. They're still working out there versus the Pioneers. MB42 flanking in here. Good move by Caesar. Meanwhile, though, Vonivan is keeping up pressure. Flooding a bit of resource. He might be planning a fast tech up there versus his opponent. And no, he's going for a third section there. Moving up west here. Vickers setting up this on the eastern side of the house. Old, burned down, rotten. And there you go, the Vickers opening up there. Rounds just flying against the walls, piercing the not very strong wood, but apparently strong enough to at least sort of slow down some of the power of the bullets. Second is squad there for Caesar. Sniper moving down here to pressure there. Eastern side more or less secure. Vonivan's maneuvers there did not quite have the success he had hoped for in service against the Jerrys. Noting by the way, sandbags up there. Very thorough play there by Vonivan. Very thorough. Gonna setting out. Pioneers make northwards. Third section there. We also know by it's actually bolted the sections already, thus of course increasing their firepower right away. So bolts the section opening with Royal Artillery sort of possibly as his mid to late game. Very interesting choice there. Very interesting choice going there for the sniper. And almost getting the bastard. But once more, Caesar's sniper has the devil's own luck and successfully escapes. Got double sectioning up there with an MG42 inside the house without grenades, so this is going to be really difficult to deal with. Really difficult. He's going to try and get past. Bunching out, in fact. Oh, there we go. Pulled it off. But both still get suppressed as the AoE here in suppression basically works like that. Nice attempt there. If you can sort of... Oh, dear. Like, I can... The problem is the submachine gunners supporting the weapon team can still, in theory, end up suppressing the section members. And keep them suppressed more specifically. Oh, dear. The quick burst kills poor Tommy. In the west, Vickers pushed back, bit rough here for Vonivan, and there you go, truly pinned down. We got grenades here for Vonivan, so he's definitely investing a lot into his section member, which also got the first tech up there for him. This time, the ones who's got the grenades can just walk up, then pop a grenade, but we can see this, he's already pops anticipating it, or already just want to do something else. Either way, shifting machine gun, very good work there. Really risky play though with his machine gun. I mean, it's pretty much on his own. He's really lucky that it isn't backfired on him, but still, confident, more importantly, again, flexible. Again, flexible MG42 usage is really important, I feel, for a Wehrmacht player. Of course, any player with a machine gun really benefits a lot more from flexible machine gun usage rather than just stuffing it in one place. So there you go. Sniper opening up. Again, shots fired. Almost dead. Can Vonivan this time get the bastard? No, the bastard gets away. In the west, the fuel pumping tank, we got the sex moving up, and of course they got the Mills bomb in their hand. Moving up here, nicely scattered here. Machine gun thing as well to support. MD42 being pushed back. Caesar in this case realizing that might quickly turn things out here, that Vonivan is better prepared this time around. Gonna do this almost dead here. Popping into the house, throw a grenade at them. Oh, he actually popped it already there. Possibly getting some kills up here. Section versus the Grenadiers there. Overall, though, Caesar maintaining macro control, but Vonivan is not to be deterred. He pushes onwards for the Commonwealth, the British Empire. And there you go. Grenadiers push back down to one unfortunate, lonely soul, leaving behind the corpses of his friends, his comrades. Take up there for Caesar. Like to make a nice company going up. Medic bunker up there, which he'll provide the sniper with a lot of medical support. Except the medics aren't finding him. Hey, I'm over here. I'm literally bleeding. Why won't anybody help me? Why won't anybody help me? Oh, scheiße, thank you. Finally. Can't imagine how worse it can get, and I still don't get any service here. Going the northern point. Got sappers out there for now with Maestros on the way there. He's clearly not risking anything from C-Sobs. They also want to cut the wire here, but it's only all to help there's any, you know, mind. We got Caesar there with a half-track. That's likely going to be the flamethrower half-track. I mean, could be for the regular half-track, but Caesar, in my personal experience, does not go for the regular half-track. He's very much a Flampanzerwagen man. He likes to light things on fire. Which is also why they don't light the candles on his birthday cakes. In fact, there's none on it, like, no fire. It's generally a bad idea around Caesar. Weapon max up for now. So we actually got all 3 upgrades for sections, essentially. They're available. There you go. Quick destroying all of the cover. Pushing up against the machine gun. That's going to need section support. There we go, moving in there, go, got that, MD push away, and there go, half-track setting up. No upgrade yet, though, no upgrade yet here for Caesar. He does have the munitions, and he's actually using a Mills bomb against it, which I wouldn't say is quite worth 25 munitions to deal that much damage, but I'm guessing here for now it's just trying to, you know, mess with Caesar's head. In the east here, though, section again defending himself with the grenades. The grenades are proving themselves quite a good upgrade. Of course, there's a bit of an issue with all this grenade expansion, and of course the fact he upgraded for the weapon max as well. It's not going to be able to quickly, you know, come together at the moment. You're better off, you know, just taking up faster, trying to go for an armored car, anything else. The weapon max at the moment upgrade, basically, again, thanks to all the grenades he's using, will not be quite readily efficient. He's going to have to go for at least a munitions cache or something to really make it work. Got the Vickers in the shed, but there you go. Sniper quickly countering this machine gun shed.
Our capture point. They're trying to take
and we've got a tutor on the way there for Caesar. Half-track waiting repairs, and there you go. Finally getting around to upgrading it with the flame projectors, turning it into a Flampanzerwagen. Got the sniper moving ahead there. Both players sort of roughly equal. In terms of command points, though, with a bit of a lead there for Caesar. No doctrine yet for Caesar here against Vonivan. And the 11th Armoured Division, sniper loss there, being inflicted. And a mortar as well for Caesar. Bring up more combined arms elements. That way challenge Vonivan and his rather brutally equipped British troops. And there you go, we do have some Bren guns out there. But then it basically being a amalgamation of, well, the factory was initially made from, the design from one, which is Briano, or at least for the city of name, and the second one, of course, being Enfield, which is where the British produced all their arms. It's also, you know, for example, they bit with the Sten, you know, it's, I think, ST's from the chaps who invented it, or chap who invented it, and then Enfield, so, little fun fact there. But there you go, pushing back the Grenadiers inside the house, moving up with their Bren guns, or Bren gun. Singular, not plural. 6-pounder gun for Vonivan, 2-2 Flampanzer moving ahead here. Vonivan's going to be a bit of a sticky situation to deal with that. At the same time, we've got the sniper securing a point all the way in the far east. Need to retreat that section. He's popping another grenade here. Like, he's really intent on popping grenades, but I have to question the utility of that. In fact, he's might even cost him the section as he took a lot of down to it. There you go, half track there opening up. Gonna be close. Section actually survives thanks to the half-tank. Oh, quick swing there. Avoiding death by anti-tank gun. Oh, attack round and hits the truck right in front of them. Good Lord, Jeremy. I told you to hit beyond the truck, not hit the truck. I'm sorry, I'm a bit hard of hearing. More Bren guns for Vonivan. His men are being healed up, having suffered quite a severe, near fatal tan there from the German Flammpanzerwagen. Mortaring up there by the Western victory point, going points in the east, securing all the victory points against Vonivan and the 11th Armoured. Repairs being done. Bit more Bren there for Vonivan. No tech further up for armour. Oh, there we go, just to see that he does tech. It always happens like that, you know. Well, he's not taking up. Chap techs up. Oh, well, now Dane looks like a silly person. But I guess he always does that. Anyways, big push from Vonivan towards the west. 6-pounder guns, machine gun sections, Bren guns, grenades, whatnot. With a smaller movement, he actually catching the 2-2 here. But of course, they can't really do any sort of serious damage to it. Caesar's yet to go for any doctrine tech, though. It's also surprisingly lacking. Though in that regard, all the light vehicles, plus the fact that Vonivan has been able to put good pressure on the fuel, does mean that Caesar, in that regard, isn't quite spinning too far ahead of Vonivan. That's only to the advantage of Vonivan's not going to be ahead there, in particular because again, the Brit tech is just cheaper and in that sense faster. That's a bit of a challenge there for Caesar if he's not careful. Grenade off. Oh, artillery called in and then calls in a con. What? Huh? Oh, I think it means basically means when you call in that one, it also blocks up this one. Of course, this my mind should be for just. Did he just use it twice? But obviously he didn't. He obviously didn't. There you go, flamethrower half tech. They thrust himself into his base, wipes the section, denying Vonivan there the Bren gun as well. What a nasty loss there. Using the 25-pounder gun barrage to advance, they're a bit risky there considering the house is about to collapse and there's a chance of Rifle could finish off. Off that match, his own artillery could finish it off. Holy moly, there we go. That was really close for Vonivan. That was really close. That is some balls of steel playing, not necessarily because it was frightfully clever either. 6-pounder gun out there for Vonivan. He can in theory just call in a Valentine. He wants just to sort of pressure Caesar with some kind of armour. Could work. It's going to be a bit perhaps faster than a Cromwell here, or a Centaur, but then again by the time you might be able to get it, you know, facts might have changed and the Cromwell will be a better choice. We'll have to see what it ends up with here for Vonivan. Sniper there gaining victory, 2 certainly bleeding out for Vonivan and the 11th Armoured. Comfortable splinter there, that's just securing territory, securing points as well. 2-2 being fixed up. And there goes section advancing. Sniper almost swapped there by the section with the Bren guns. He keeps trying, but Vonivan just can't land the sort of killing blow there against Caesar's sniper. At this point, this guy must have been riddled with more bullets than most people ever be. If they were to take an X-ray picture, they'd probably just find him filled with lead. And there you go, got the flame for a half-tech. Vickers makes it out of there. Pretty good here, though. East 2-2. With M4 2 supporting us, the section there, but the 6-pounder gun come up to help deal with the 2-2. Bit risky here now for Caesar. We got the Valentine in here for Vonivan. I think we'd actually gone for the Cromwell, to be honest. More or less, yeah. I'm reasonably sure he could have gone for the Cromwell there. Just wait a few moments, but he wanted the tank fast enough, I suppose. So he does end up calling in the Valentine Mark 11, which was primarily sort of used as command or artillery observation vehicle. But it did technically have the same gun, say, or something close to the same gun as, say, the Cromwell tank and the likes. But obviously in game, that was not too balanced. Armour though, it was a lot weaker. It was basically an infantry tank initially, that is, you know, stamped on the same level like the Churchill tank, just a much earlier model used in the early stages of the war. That was sort of, I suppose, more as a medium tank in some ways, particularly as the war went on. And I believe in particular with the Russians, who actually received a bunch of Valentine tanks. I think we're reasonably impressed with it, as a fun fact. There you go. Auto pulls up with a Panzerfaust down to the engine there of the Valentine Mark 11, but overall an infantry tank was just meant to support infantry and soak up shots. In that regard, obviously the Valentine by 1944-45 is not very good with that in terms of armour. Obviously, in this case, we get stuff like the smoke screen, which is reasonably cheap and pretty effective. The ability to concentrate sects on barrages, and observation mode. So far, they're wrecking Caesar's fuel cache. Very good move there by Caesar, by the way. Allows sort of, you know, offset some of the fuel harassment from Vonivan. Of course, he wasn't expecting a Valentine tank. Take that, you Hun bastards. Going to be suppressed, pushed back here by Vonivan's dedicated and spirited counterattack. We've got a few enemy crews hanging about here on their own. No sappers immediately nearby. They've got them all the way. They've got. That's actually one of his mines. So it would have been funny if that had been an enemy mine. He then moved over there to get repaired, and it hit a telemine and just get annihilated. In the west, ME42 holding up Vonivan's advance, preventing him from advancing any further. Seems like here Caesar's going to try and hunt down, moving in this pack 40, going to do this in the 2-2. And Vonivan's is going to try and repair his tank as fast as possible. We could go in theory for another Valentine tank he wants to. We could also try and, you know, just go for a regular Cromwell to support, or maybe something else. There are certainly a few options there for Vonivan and 11th Armoured. Bit of shooting they're going to do is pushing the back section out in the open, getting blasted there by 2-2 autocannon fire. And the pack 40 and unfortunate victim as well. Sniper again retreats in the face of Vonivan's assault and Amiga artillery called in. Right around the entrance here to Caesar's base. The comfortable spender will certainly find himself pressured hard there. At the same time, ME42 remains there, carrying the retreat path of any units. They don't be able to finish off anything. And we got the Valentine on the move again. Mortified pushing back the machine gun, 6-pounder gun falling back here and there, going before to open the retreating troops. We got the Valentine rushing in. Shoots and misses spectacularly the MU42. And he lost the support team. Oh dear, right about here. Got the Valentine tank advancing on the Germans, causing a collapse of Caesar's support weapons, since there's nothing to protect them from the Valentine Mark 11. So now advancing east halfway to veteran defeat. And for now, they're not really going for much else. He's actually gone for anvil tactics, which of course makes his artillery burst a bit more nasty there, since they now have the air burst shells involved in them. Can also, you know, open up for heavy engineers there, which could also be helpful there for Vonivan in some circumstances. And of course, open up for the Churchill tank, which he could rush out right now. Could actually put quite a bit of problem there for Caesar, because, well, he's not going to always have the best counter there. You're going to need to cover for the Valentine there. He really wants that sniper dead, though. Really wants it dead. He should probably consider using it. Oh, he doesn't have the munitions for it, and the pack 40 just turns about. We'll be able to deal with this soon enough. And gets the Valentine tank. You should just trim a bit longer. He might have get instead. He lost the Valentine tank and didn't get the sniper. He really wants that sniper dead, as we can see that he really, really very intently wants the sniper dead. But it is seemingly causing Vonivan there to make a few bad calls there against Caesar. And that's throwing away a medium tank that has been useful for a lot of other things, including laying down smoke screens versus Caesar, and that way denying him usage of his support weapons. Still, Vonivan is keeping Caesar on the back foot, man went off. They're almost knocking out the 2-2. Back at the base, we got nothing going on. Could go for the Cromwell. He might, of course, be setting up for the Churchill tank. In the meanwhile, Caesar is going for a Panzer IV here. The Panzer Kampfwagen 4. Section standing about. Need to retreat this section before it gets wiped down to the strike called in. And a lone 6-pounder gun goes on the hunt here for the 2-2 with a Firefly for Vonivan. He's clearly worried about enemy armor. But I do think a Churchill tank would initially the better choice. I mean, he's actually been in such control here versus the opponent that he should be anticipating anything that's going to need a Firefly. I mean, a Churchill tank was a much better way of just establishing control here for Vonivan versus Caesar. So it feels like a bit of a weak choice. I mean, it could pay off, but so could a Churchill tank for not much more than of the same price, and just, you know, a lot harder for Caesar to deal with. But we'll see, we'll see. Trying to kill that sniper again. Almost got him, but again, Caesar sniper gets away with the tiniest sliver of health. Got the Panzer IV, they're rolling out for the Cavalry Spindler. Arriving from the unit was initially part of, the 9th SS, was it the 10th? I can't always quite remember. All the way rolling out there, pinned by machine gun, nowhere near to be seen as of yet, and we got the Firefly there out for Ivan. Ready to blow out Hun tanks with the 17-pounder gun, and we got both the tank commander and 16-pounder tulip rockets. Showing a lot of firepower. There you go, Panzer sent from the Firefly. The Firefly misses. Tapper's getting pulverized there by the Panzer IV. And we got Stormtroopers out here as well for Caesar, though they are. There you go, grabbing the 6-pounder gun and making a run for it. Ah, I thought we were supposed to be Stormtroopers, not pack mules. It's a mine, but either way. He's got another anti-tank weapon, and Vonivan has one less. That's actually a bit of a problem for Vonivan. Also finally gets that machine gun back under his control again. Also the Stormtroopers could be upgraded with assault rifles, which put further pressure than Vonivan's troops. There you go, grenade goes off and wipes the Grenadiers. Sadly doesn't have any ability to pick up the light machine, and for some reason he's upgrading them with the Piet as well. Curious choice there. Panzer being pushed back here by the Firefly. Here it's actually dealing with the anti-tank guns, really trying to silence at least the one man by the Stormtroopers. Up here healing enforcement. Firefly on the prowl, of course, needs to be careful. There's still 2 anti-tank guns about, and he doesn't know if there's any mines down from Caesar. I mean, one wrong move there with the Firefly, and that could be a very easy target and an easy kill for Caesar, at which point he's just wasted a lot of resources. But there you go, once the Panzer IV dead, sadly doesn't have ammunition to fire its rockets. Anti-tank coming hit, they're getting blasted by the section there. Bren gun sort of, there you go, gutting the crew. Firefly trying to escape here. Low on health. And there you go. Sappers are light machine gun there, and there you go, the other section tank in. Got the mortar wipe there. That was going to be a nice boost there for Vonivan. A bit of artillery there. Versus Caesar. Could make it harder for Caesar to use some of his support ones. Of course, be another source of smoke for Vonivan, though so far he's yet to utilize any. Got the 2-2 running aggressively, flanking Vonivan's machine gun, and we got a second Valentine tank here by Vonivan. He's definitely committed to the Valentine tanks. He is definitely committed. Wonder if we will actually be seeing the artillery piece of the Sexton. That'd be quite interesting. Almost got the 2-2 there, but almost doesn't quite count. Stormtroopers getting assault rifles. Sturmgewehrs. Got the Grenadiers there flanking in, Vets in the fleet. Oh, flanking versus a Valentine tank man will always be the best choice there. Got the MD4 moving down, Stormtroopers moving in as well. And there you go, their assault rifles are ready. Vonivan has yet to grab the mortar here. Seems like he's not going to deny to Caesar. And there we go. Got the Firefly on the move.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Setting up there. Caesar maintaining good map control versus Vonivan, despite Vonivan there having it. For some bit, they've actually been in control of the map, but that is seemingly changing a bit. At least for now. And there you go. Panzer versus the Firefly. Penetrating hit there. Veterans 1 on the Sherman Firefly with its 17-pounder gun. Grenadiers there pushing. Oh, section pushing back the MD42 nicely. And there you go. 6-pounder gun on the run there. Manned by the Stormtroopers. A bit of an expensive anti-tank gun. Bit of an expensive anti-tank gun. Probably also one of the hardest to clear out there for any Wehrmacht support team, since the Stormtroopers are reasonably durable. They start out with one of the best received accuracy bonuses of any Wehrmacht unit. Fun fact there. 2-2 moving in. And there you go. Firefly right in front of the 6-pounder gun there. Ultimately, the 17 pounder wielding Firefly is no match for the 6-pounder gun. And there you go. Got the Panther getting the Firefly as well. There's still no munitions for Vonivan's Firefly there, specifically his tulip rockets. Always could have had a chance. There we go. Valentine going in there. Needs to pick up still the 6-pounder gun about. There you go. Direct hit from the 6-pounder gun, penetrating the not too thick armor of the Valentine tank. Rushing off there. Caesar has a nice victory point leader for now, so for now Tony should consider doing something about that soon enough, if possible. Mines could also be a good choice if he doesn't spend all of his munitions on artillery colons and whatnot.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take
Maybe munitions cats to support that is an idea. With Caesar gaining another Panther 4 to support his Panzerwaffe to lay down murderous wrath upon the Inselhafen. There you go, mortar fire there from Vonivan's Pilfered Mortar.
An engineer unit is ready for action.
More sappers for Vonivan. Got the Firefly there, good to go. Very close to Vetchi 2, an increased rate of fire. Mortar hit there, almost pops out the Grenadiers. And good pressure through the west. Now the players have really gotten caught up in 1 point too much. We got an exchange of grenades there by going for elite troops. Finally choosing a doctor of his own.
A capture point is being overrun.
Obviously again with the storm to result, that was pretty much the only way because he didn't have encirclement. He could in theory also have, that means a Tiger Ace. That's something that Vonivan does have to be careful of.
He's trying to take a point from us.
That is something he does have to be careful of and ready to exploit if necessary. More fighting in the west there, more Mills bombs. A lot more of them, plus more to fire. Wipe the Grenadiers, bit of loss there for Caesar, and the comfortable spindle needs to be careful he doesn't beat out infantry. Got the Panther 4 moving eastward straight past the machine gun. And we got the Firefly coming in there to stall it, but in the west that of course means the Panther 4 there can't be stalled. Vonivan's going to need more anti-tank mode to deal with this, another 6-pounder gun. Maybe another Firefly or maybe a Cromwell, otherwise something that can challenge here Caesar's Panther Force. Otherwise Caesar could actually gain and control a lot of the map here back against Vonivan. We'll have to see here what Vonivan ends up going for in response to this armoured threat. To right in front of the Valentine and the Firefly, a very hazardous charge and also ultimately a fatal one. Almost got the Panther 4 there, but there you go, 6-pounder gun. Got the Panther 4 from the other side. Might go here for the Valentine tank. Misses though, misses. Betty 2 Firefly, there you go. Shoots, penetrates the Panther 4. Other Panther 4 there, the Veteran C2 now. Shuts up.
We're losing a capture point.
For now, not calling in any more armor. He could be, of course, saving up for Churchill now, which could be quite a problem there for Caesar to deal with. I mean, he does have a lot of armor and a lot of health, meaning the Panther Force might not be the best choice, and even can deal with the anti-tank guns. So that could be a pretty good idea there for Vonivan to consider. Versus Caesar just saving up for that Churchill tank and then going for it, and then supporting it probably with his Firefly and his Valentine tank. And Caesar, of course, then use the Valentine to smoke out any potential threats to the Firefly. Not the Firefly, but this Churchill tank, and allowed to get closer if need be. So those are some potential options there for Vonivan to consider. Another option would also be to begin laying down a lot more mines, so that would try and trip up the Panther Force and make them easier targets for Vonivan's anti-tank weapons. But there you go. Caesar there playing very aggressively with the 6-pounder gun, actually catching the Firefly there. That was, I would say, highly risky by him, to be honest. Could have been pretty bad there if it just easily fallen back into Caesar's hands. But so far, no sign of that. There you go, the White, we got the Storms there coming up behind some old car wreckage. Alright, Archer, it's time to show them what we are paid for. We are paid for this? Yeah, you know, the German infantry. Alright. But, like, I didn't think we got extra pay for being stormtroopers. Well, technically we don't. Grenadiers being pushed back here by the section. With a push here by the against the CoH point here by Vonivan. Sappers section moving in there. Flooding a lot of fuel there for the moment. Then should consider some Churchills for more armour while he can, and that way pressure Caesar with it. Linger too long and the opportunity might be lost. I mean, he could in theory also consider a Sextant. But, again, so far no sign of anything there by Vonivan. And the 11th Armoured Division as it controls most of the map now versus the Han. Those dastardly nasty Huns. In the south there, points being secured here. Again with a mixed Piet-Bren section. A bit confused as to that one, to be honest. And then it looks like Caesar might be heading for the Tiger, a hardened crew. Fun fact, the only sort of Tiger unit deployed, well, there were 2 Tiger units essentially deployed to Arnhem, or overall Market Garden. You had one with King Tigers, and you had one that was basically a training unit put together from sort of different Tiger tank models that are mixed and actually been to be converted away from using sort of, gas burns and stove burns, sort of tank engines that did not use the fuel that could be sort of sent over to Germany. Fun fact there. So technically Tiger Aces were shown up in the Tiger 1 model there in Arnhem. For that matter, all over Holland there. There you go, charge straight hit. 2 Panther 4 supported here by the Tiger Ace. Quite a threat here for Vonivan. Who has not laid down any mounts, because that's been quite a problem here for this. Valentine tank, obviously no match. He's going for second Firefly now. Could have had his out sooner at least. So in that regard, for now, them aren't going to be too overconfident here versus Caesar. And Caesar, of course, is now punishing him with a might of the right. Veteran the 3 though on the Firefly. Increased damage, very potent, but the promise there's still the Panther 4 here, which shoots and penetrates the frontal armor of the Firefly, cooking it up there. Meanwhile, Vonivan's forces otherwise are doing what they can elsewhere to that way stifle Caesar's advances and murder him. And he's proceeding to pull back his tanks, his ace, his veteran Panzer crews. There you go, Firefly goes in there, lands a good hit. Could possibly have one out sooner. Again, Nasty supporting this better, but overall he would have benefited a lot from mines around here. I mean, had any one of those tanks been caught up in a mine, that would be a much better situation for Vonivan. Much better. Ward hit against the Grenadiers, supported by the MD-42. Back key healing reinforcement going on there for Vonivan's forces as to rebuild after a devastating armoured raid by Caesar. Pantherfaust against the Firefly there. It fails to make much of an impact. Well, in actual life, the Pantherfaust had a massive impact, and you'd have tank crews who basically years after the war would still wake up in the middle of the night after encounters with Panzerfaust where they would lose friends to them, again very violently, while they somehow survived and feel, not very happy about it. So the Panzerfaust, well again, here incoming news is not a frightfully impressive weapon, besides being a snare, was in the actual war again very potent.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
There you go, Firefly back in action here for Vonivan and the 11th Armoured. Comfortable splinter, they're bleeding out, and of course now supported heavily by armour. Got a lot of the units that were being sent to Holland there doing Operation Market Garden were in many ways training units. Panzer Grenadier training units, armoured training units, heavy tank training units, and you had your sort of whole slews of Luftwaffe and Kriegsmarine personnel just being formed into improvised battalions and just thrown at the enemy as well. Storms there as the sappers. The MD-42 there causing the Germans quite a bit of harm and embarrassment. Oh my god, how could we let them have that thing? I don't know, but we have to get out of here. For their still not recruit, looks like Caesar doesn't get. Obviously again with this amount of manpower, again the Tiger Ace can't really afford to recruit. But if Vonivan could get back, they could actually cause Caesar a bit of problem, because that'd be a lot of anti-tank weapons which would then theoretically tear through his armour. But there you go, Panther 4 striking east. Second VT2 Panther 4 up here for Caesar. Vonivan, they're still not laying down any mines. It's going to need another Firefly versus all of this, but primarily he's also going to need a lot of mines. I mean, again, it's really his only chance to sort of seriously summon the tanks, because there's always just too much momentum gained from them, so he needs to somehow snare them up. And as the Brits, his only option is either mines or the AC Mark III, which in this case is not going to last long. So it's going to need mines to really have a chance of this, otherwise a lot of anti-tank weapons. A lot. Anti-tank and destroyed here, possibly by Caesar here himself. His ace hanging about.
Where do you want us?
Fun fact, there's also a heavy tank destroyer battalion fighting in Holland that was partly composed of Stooks because they didn't have enough Yak Panthers. There you go, targets from straight ahead, straight into the line of fire of the Firefly, and there you go, penetrating hit, second one halfway done. Of course, we launched another all-out assault team, destroys the first one. There you go, he's not able to build up, enough numbers of them. There you go, flanking in the hits of mine, but it's not prioritizing that one. Tigray taking in hits there. 6-pounder gun getting destroyed, a bit too close to the front line. Another hit, then the Panther Sky to be got. Betson's won there, but still more tanks are riding. Machine gun annihilated out in the open here by the Tigray. Need to be careful. Buy time for Vonivan. Main gun out. Tigray's almost hits it, but misses. Oh dear. And there goes second Firefly down. Not enough anti-tank weapons to stall Caesar's assault, and not enough mines either. Again, one went off, which is good, but it's just not enough. Second Firefly arriving, Panther Force and Tiger Ace is just making off there. Caesar certainly seems to be a rather adept armored player, very confident in his Panther 4 handling, and so far certainly seems to be, got reason to be confident in it. He's got two Panther 4s, which is definitely not bad. That Tiger is not to be messed with. Of course, it is at the same time a bit of a hindrance there to Caesar because it ultimately is draining him of a lot of resources. We were planning on actually making this only last like 8 minutes, I think, with the full balance PV before that was put on hold indefinitely. But obviously that's not happening now, so Caesar's just going to be stuck with a very crippled economy until he loses it. Well, we go with the attack to move to Firefly towards it, so that we deal with that Panther 4 before it's too late. There it goes, sending it ahead. For King and Country, and the Panther 4 that looks to be escaping actually. Step on it, Helmut, as fast as you can, but the engine can barely hold to it, mein Hauptmann. I don't care. As fast as the engine gives out, then we do. Penetrating hit, but we got the ace moving in. Looks like for now he might be in a bit of a negative feedback loop. He has to constantly get Firefly because he loses the others, and he's not got anything else but the Fireflies. I mean, the Pierce at this point is not going to cut it at all. Of course, not able to go for 6-pounder guns, and there you go to support his troops. Definitely not a bad idea. We got more pioneers for Caesar. He should also consider grabbing back this one as well. 2 anti-tanks do a lot, and we got early warning here from Vonivan. A bit of a bugged ability. Sometimes it works, other times it does not. But when it works, it basically just provides a lot of reconnaissance. There we go. It does work this time around. It does work this time around. MG42 going for the center of the map here. Firefly being fixed up. Really should consider some mines. Mines wins wars, as they say. The meanwhile, Caesar's just hitting every point he can. No extending his forces dramatically without any armor support because all the armor isn't dying to repairs one way or the other. And this Panther 4 is actually getting close to actually 3, meaning Tiger Ace and 2 Panther 4 aces. That would be very, very difficult for now to recover from. But we got more Tulip rockets. I mean, it's funny, it goes for them. He never actually has the munitions to utilize the Tulip rocket strike, though. That is a bit unfortunate. And in reality, then, of course, is those munitions would probably then more better spent on mines. Which would then, of course, make it easier then for the Firefly to take the deal with the oncoming armoured rush as Caesar makes. There you go. Stun grenade off. Got Mills Bomb back, but only one goes off where it's supposed to. And that rather gives the Gandhi the advantage of Vonivan section members. A lot of back and forth shooting here. Almost got through there. Gandhi's halting force back. Down the centre, we got the infantry finally taking fire from the mortars. We got Bren guns lying about, and there you go. We got another armoured assault here from Caesar. Nope, well, he's attacking up through these. He's not attacking head on. This is very important. It's actually very good at these, trying to sort of maneuver his position there. 2 anti-tank guns, but not quite able to fully set up there. No mines again to slow down Caesar's armoured assault. And note further what's going on is actually, flanking with an armoured element. That is, there's something that's drawing the attention of Vonivan. And then there's actually a tank that's going to move up behind to deliver sort of more crucial blows. And that way disrupt Vonivan's position. That's a very good move there. Firefly tank hits him, goes for the Tiger Ace. Now, of course, he's being threatened here from the rear, which could be completely disastrous. Eventually, 2 on the Firefly, but loses here. 6 pound gun sitting up. Almost got into narco fight, but not quite there. Firefly almost now dead. Hits the Panzer IV. We got another Firefly on the way again, but as we sort of remember the last time, that generally tends not to go well. So there you go. Strong armoured flank here from Caesar. Gains virtually 3 on the Panzer IV. Gains an ace besides the Tiger Ace. Oh no. That's actually pretty rare to see. That's definitely a huge challenge here for Vonivan. He's just lost all of his anti-tank guns. And his Firefly, he's getting another one again. But really, he needs mines. Had he mined up here or there anyway, again, he could have easily just taken a lot of momentum out of Caesar's assault. Instead, Caesar's tanks is just allowed to freely just wheel in and just begin punishing Vonivan. And there you go, another Firefly. Again, tulip rockets, tank commander, despite again, he never gets to use the tulip rockets, I feel. He's almost got the Panzer IV there, but it is blitzing away, it is veteran free. So, gets away there and shoots. Barely hits, misses the Panzer IV. And we got a Stugen on the way there for Caesar. More armoured support. He's actually able to save up resources despite everything. His other Panzer IV's almost veteran free as well. That's crazy. Damn the Bren guns. Good. Still, he needs mines. He needs a lot of mines. He basically needs to just spend all his munitions now towards mines. He's making another assault here, I think. He's going to try and get into the base to destroy Caesar's armor. Make a quick coup de main. Hope to sort of catch them off guard. But, of course, the reality is... I mean, if he spots the Panzer IV, deal with it. It's good. But the problem is to get engaged the Tiger Ace first. So that did not quite work out there. So good position there. But Caesar actually left the more damaged Panzer IV close to the enemy lines there, the potential where the enemy could strike from. He could have lost it. There you go. Stug attacks. Need to pull back the Firefly. Good hit there on the Stug. Stug misses. Quickly grabbing victory points, going points there. Halfway to victory on that Firefly. I mean, you can easily get them to victory too. The problem for Vonivan is, getting them past that point and not immediately getting blown up. Because in most cases they're just one Firefly versus an awful lot of German tanks and increasingly very elite German tank crews, which puts a lot of pressure then on his Firefly. Caesar does have a lot of infantry left. Of course, that could be one way to for Vonivan to still win this. Just hit the infantry really, really hard, denying Caesar the ability to actually take any of the points or defend them very efficiently. So we'll have to see here what Vonivan goes up with. But it seems like he's going to just go for more Fireflies because he needs them. And still no mines. Still no mines by Vonivan. I can't help but feel that's going to backfire on Vonivan again. And here they're going to just being shredded by the section. Their Bren guns just making short of the Germans. Very short work. Panzer Ace there being repaired. Got the other one moving out. The almost Panzer IV Ace. Mortar fire here. He could easily just smoke it and rush it with something maybe. Pop a grenade through the smoke. Second Firefly for Vonivan. We'll have to see if for once he can actually have more than one at a time. Of like by clockwork, every time he's about to get a second one, he loses the first one to Caesar's armoured assaults because it's only starting to look like that. Got the Panzer IV, the Tiger Ace moving ahead, the Panzer IV Ace is almost good to go. And we got the Stug there waiting repairs. It's not moving the Ace there, and we go section there on the run from the Hun. Outmaneuvering Vonivan's defense, which all centered around, well, the center. In the right hand flank is easily open. There you go. Firefly up top, 6 Pentagon setting up as well there. Tiger Ace Panther 4 just brutally forced its way through it. You can find by pop the tulip rocket there, but he isn't doing so because he's being rushed too fast. He's almost got the Firefly there. 6 Pentagon, might be time now. They're slowing down. There you go. Fires it. Good hit there. Stuns the Tiger Ace. Firefly moving up and put them together and focus down the. Ace is going for perhaps not the Panther 4 to actually have a nice rate of fire. There you go. Got the other Ace moving in. He's got 2 Panther 4 Aces and a regular Tiger Ace. About to lose the Tiger here, but then again, the Firefly is completely outgunned, outnumbered here by 2 Panther 4 Aces and the Tiger Ace. PX flying fails to penetrate the Panther 4's armor. Firefly is completely outgunned here. There is no chance in hell for it to pull through this, and there you go. Caesar's armor shatters Vonivan's remaining Firefly. Vonivan here very little to resist Caesar's armored assault. Now proceeds to just demolish everything Vonivan has left. Another 6 Pentagon here for Vonivan. There's nothing but carnage, blood, destruction.
HQ is under attack. Typical enemy trick, isn't it?
Stu machine gun AC just pummeling down the second. He tries to still somehow stabilize, but it's just too late for Vonivan. It's just too late.
6-pounder anti-tank gun finished.
More early warning. Section rushed off. Platoon command post down.
Building has been destroyed.
Got the Panther 4, they're destroying it. 26 kills. And there you go, almost got another section. Got the 6 Panther gun moving. That can easily be outmaneuvered here by the Panther 4. If he spots and deals, there you go, another section down. He's in fact just down to the 6 pounder gun now. Vonivan has nothing left. You got the street flank from one side, the Panther 4 flanking here. Machine guns, main guns just laying it down. And another Valentine tank called in, a last, I suppose, gesture for Vonivan. Right at the Germans. Straight into the Stuke, into the Ace. 12 points left. 12 points.
We only have 10 points left.
10. And there you go, Valentine's going to move straight past the Tiger Ace.
HQ is under attack.
Actually able to keep pace here with the Tiger's turret rotation. But pretty close. Interesting enough, no tanks being moved towards this assist, and there you go. GG, game over. Vonivan runs out of victory points. A victory here for the German army, a loss for the Commonwealth. Repulsed here by Caesar's stubborn armoured assaults and defences. Vonivan at times was close, but overall I feel like again there was a definite lack of mines from Vonivan here. At times just slow down any armoured assault from Caesar, that way robbing a lot of momentum, because really this was the momentum that just allowed him to just quickly rush the Firefly and destroy it before it could really just make use of its range versus Caesar's tanks. So, you know, just Caesar or Vonivan done anything to be able to slow it down. I think they've done him a lot of good, but also just I think the first Firefly was a mistake. Should have gone for Church or something else. Could just pushed faster, more efficiently versus everything else. Then he could have followed up with Fireflies, but Vonivan didn't do that, and I think that sort of hurt Vonivan down the road. I suppose there's also the merit then maybe in an artillery section there down the road to that would provide artillery support versus almost Caesar's support and having supporting elements as well. But that was not bad play though. Vonivan again, nice aggression. It was just a nice different strategy from the Brits, which is always nice to see. Just, you know, could do with some improvement and some polishing here and there. As for Caesar, overall nicely played there, reacted quite nicely. And again, once he got the armor going, he became very difficult for Vonivan to deal with. Very good use of his tanks, very good maneuvering, very good overall sort of pass attack chosen. And overall well played there by Caesar. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, why not subscribe to your friends, share it with everyone. If not, send in a replay if you want to provide some feedback in the comment section. And this is Imperial Dancing. Cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. Bye.